for that.
And Connor Joe, his teammates with Brubaker in the minor. That will help. You talk about that swing and the miss on this ball.
Well, we've noticed the. Oh, we got him. Sure did. We've noticed the uptick in the.
Maybe his stuff doesn't play as much. Charlie Blackmon, four-time All-Star, 5-year-old outfielder. That's how they stand with the shift on.
Hitters, which you don't see a lot of that, you know, as a right-handed hitter.
Into the shift for Castro.
And it's kind of a catch-22 for the left-handed hitters.
3-game series. Vogelbach the DH. And the first baseman, the senior circuit in home runs. And he's got one broken bat tonight. And he'll reach on an error.
Got to remind yourself about who's running.
The Pirates transferred Kevin Newman, as you see him right there, to the 60-day injured list today. It's Castro and some Diego Castillo. And Rodolfo Castro, in fairness to him, this is backdated to late April, that 60-day.
That's just so unfortunate for Kevin Newman. We had heard that he was getting pretty close to get discouraged, but hopefully that stint is on the shorter term than the longer term.
Another shortstop, Leover Peguero, Double-A shortstop. Coming up a little bit later, top of the third. We're due to talk to Leover.
Ryan McMahon have done to this point, and here comes the merry-go-round. Got it.
With the fastball, 2 strikeouts in the inning for JT Brubaker. Off to a good start. Ten-game hitting streak. And Hayes gets him one out.
And then I think they did it like 2 days in a row. They got shut out one day and gave up maybe 1 run yesterday.
Ballpark, Grichuk, longtime Cardinal, had been with Toronto. Smacked to right. 2 quick outs for Brubaker.
Gets in the air, the ball is hit. Your chances of base hits or doubles or whatever it may be.
Look at that first step. Wow.
Well, it's you know, you may not have played at this part of the world in April and May.
Stick with it. Just trying to stay really healthy right now, because that's one of my biggest part. And you know.
Well, you know, that's a fun ballpark to play in. I know I really enjoyed my time playing in Altoona. And
yes, that's very true.
And that'll hang up there for Reynolds for the first out. Leover, as you've gotten used to playing, do you guys play off each other a little bit, the double play combo that you guys are?
Yes, we do. Every day we're just trying to get better at it.
Now, do you guys, now internally, obviously, we're well aware up here and the fans are very well aware. Do you guys have any sort internally, you know, who's going to have the most RBIs, who's going to have the most home runs, anything internally that
the first half he went crazy. I was like, man, I apologize for making that bet with you, man.
Yeah, those 2 games where he had 5 home runs at the end of August last year.
Oh, yes, that was crazy. That was the.
You know, is that something that you want to keep kind of in your back pocket in case there comes an opportunity for you to possibly play something other than shortstop as you go up the chain?
Do is just be there, man. Be in the show.
Do you follow what the Pirates are doing?
Oh, yes.
Well, I'm sure they see the highlights and all that as Connor Joe punches one to right field right here. But he's right. It's to hear him say that, you know, it doesn't make sense, because I was going to say I saw him in the background here. We should have had him in the studio or in the booth here.
We can get you a ticket.
Yeah.
Oh, I will.
Bring a jacket, though. It's a little chilly over here.
Oh, my God. Guess what? I didn't even bring it.
Country in April and May, you probably haven't played a ton of games in a pretty cold weather area during those months. Is that true? Early April in the Northeast.
Oh, you know about that.
Leover Peguero joins us.
To be honest, man, like I can't wait to like go back there and, you know, give my family a little hug and all that.
Out of the baseline, so an out at second for the second.
Like Sawinski come up here and play pretty well.
It was a wonderful feeling, you know. We were kind of like in between, but it was a really special moment to, you know, have them over there. And then
Leover, hey, thanks for joining us here.
Oh, they got some good eats here in the ballpark too, if you want to go that route.
Middle infielders think alike.
That's right.
Leover, good luck the rest of the way. Can't wait himself around them, even as a young guy, playing some music once in a while, having some laughs. But he
and have fun and go out there and like you said, you're going to get that respect if you have that work ethic and all those things combined.
Brubaker gets the home run lead. Side Pirates baseball. Mitch Keller weathering storms, debuting Wednesday after Pirates postgame. Tornadic, Iowa. I'll tell you what, those crazy people that chase those tornadoes. I
remember Twister as a kid, and that scared the daylights out of me. We don't get that kind of stuff in this part of the country.
Yep. Got us all riled up. 3-1. Now Mitch Keller in the dugout tonight. We saw him, right? Wondering if he'd be in the bullpen, or maybe he's just down for tonight or what. But give us some clues. Pirates are not yet named a starter for tomorrow, and a good player. So excited to have him on tonight.
Wow.
That's a double play ball.
Oh boy.
Well, that won't get anybody. The unforced error.
And it looked like the bag, but maybe somewhere in JT Brubaker's mind he thought, well, he shouldn't be covering the bag, but I got
2 outs. That's the second error by the Pirates tonight. Now you got a chance for 2. Tougher play though. And tiptoeing to first, Grichuk able to beat out the back end. A run is in to tie it.
That situation with the air to a batter earlier, but you know, at least only 1 runs across.
Young players making right there, and Brubaker still, in terms of his major league experience, as a younger player. But now you're in the soup.
Right.
And just like that, he gets another double play ball.
Well,
that helps.
Yeah, and the big thing is make sure you get the first out. You know, the icing on top of the cake is the second out. So you can't, you know, whether you call it with 2 outs in the 4th inning.
It could be an avalanche. But instead you don't compound the problem. Hayes made that sparkling play on him back in the 2nd inning. Hit to right.
Well, and that's his game, you know. He's not a guy that's going to.
And he loses him on that 3-2
of Hilliard and gets himself out of the 4th inning.
Hard ground ball. Van Meter up with it and gets the out. So 1 pitch later, out of the inning. And
something that could potentially get stitches, you know.
Yeah, you always worry about okay for now. Well, meanwhile, Pirates scored 2 batters into this game. And they've had a few other opportunities, but he went. And Brubaker with another strikeout. That's it for the game. Go to Pirates.com, get your tickets for the next homestand. School year wrapping up.
This solid lineup at bay to this point. Wow, that's not out. Get the call. Almost gets the swing.
Well, that would have been his 4th strikeout, but instead a base hit into right for Joe. So 2 out of 3 for Joe.
50-pound umpire in the middle of the field, at least as a middle infielder.
Home plate apparently as well. I think that's cleared up now. There's a ground ball, 1 and 2. They're able to get Blackman. The major league leaders in home runs. He leads the National League in Denver with him in that ballpark. Hits very well there. Made the club as a non-roster guy last year, and then signed a, not during a batted ball, but
well, sure, yeah. Defensive players, you certainly don't really have much of a reason to look out there, except for maybe.
We're spoiled. And now that we've gone back out and we're at the visiting ballparks and talking with the players and teams, oh boy, they cannot wait to come back. And Chad Kuhl done tonight. I was curious if he would take, maybe this was the night or tomorrow.
You know what? I bet we'll see him roaming around up here before the game tomorrow.
Yeah.
If I had to get him, maybe the city, if it's setting kind of like this. Visually, you always remember these places, but it's cool to have that as a somewhat of a memoir.
And the strikeout for Brubaker. 19th, the Giants will be here. For more information, go to pirates.com/brunch. And into no man's land. Castro able to pull that in. What a play. Rodolfo Castro. A little bit of clouds. Hues of lavender and magenta over our beautiful city. JT Brubaker working into the 7th. Cracked bat and an out. Richick 0 for 3.
Slider as he did in Wrigley, but I mean, he's been really, really effective. Mixing the slider around, mixing in a couple curveballs really well for him. And, you know, he's navigated a couple errors too, which, you know, could have.
What does 2022 mean to the Pirates? And one of the things, Castro had to hurry with Iglesias getting down there. Up to left. And Gamble. That one just thudding between two. Well, now 2 men aboard. A ground ball to short, and then just a parachute.
Hopefully he can get Elias Diaz to hit something on the ground.
Yeah, he's grounded to 4 double plays, but here into the air. Infield fly roll. And Van Meter has a second out. I love the quick outs tonight. There's not as much swing and miss.